could you give me the short version of what you're teaching young people about your fighting and your job, your vocation is fighting for the Lord, is your ministry or whatever that is. Because I would say like a regular entrepreneur, like your average Christian, let's say he rents bounce houses, and when he rents them at a discount to the VBS, that's taking in the neighborhood kids and teaching about Jesus. That's ministry. And when he rents them for ordinary purposes, well, that's ordinary. And the more ordinary purposes he does, and the more money he makes, the more he feels like, man, I'm not fulfilling my calling from God with my life when I'm making money on these bounce houses for ordinary
Right.
purposes. Well, how would you change my thinking on that?
And you want me to do that really shortly,
Yeah,
really
please.
briefly.
Not in 2 years.
Yeah. Well, so first of all, you know, if you go back to Genesis 1, the first commandment to Adam is to subdue. Like you're to go out and you're to subdue. I think that when we subdue and we do it in obediently to Jesus Christ, we ought not to feel guilty or sheepish or feel like we're somehow not doing ministry. And at first, I think that can at first sound self-serving, okay? Because there is a way of doing that where you're citing certain verses, but you're not actually applying it in anything you do. But when you actually get into real business, I just have seen too many Christian businessmen who are making a lot of money, but doing it in a way where they are setting up the way their business works, the way they treat their employees, the way they treat their customers. They are modeling Christ in this way that, like, I just don't think they should feel guilty for it. I think that, and then there's more than just that. I think it's how you're running your business, but then it should overflow into what your family looks like. It should overflow into how you show up at church on Sunday morning and what kind of man you are there, and the example you are to those that are behind you and following. And in the individual snapshot of a moment, if I just take a picture, I don't think I can distinguish this Christian businessman from some cutthroat secular atheist. All right. But if I take that picture and I turn it into film, into video, and I watch the long-term honor and glory of somebody truly seeking to love and serve God by the way they run a property business or anything like that, I think you actually can have a profound and tremendous effect. And maybe this is just a plug for what Gabe's ministry is, because I think there's a lot more to be said on that. But I think it is a real distinction. I just see too many profound examples of it.